Hi, everyone. I have been doing some thinking lately about being interviewed by FBI. And so, what do they look for when they're interviewing you? Well, the thing about it is that they are not themselves um, photographic memory types. So, you can tell them something, they will easily forget it. Such as there were several terms that the lesser agent who spoke to me said in certain ways, like he said DNT, and he kind of, I don't know, introduced himself very briefly and, you know, was easily caught off guard. Whereas the other one was just like, Mike Teeterton was just like intently watching. What was he watching for? When he received his training, they taught him to look for someone who isn't looking at you. So, someone who looks up and to the left is going to be uh, someone who's lying, or someone who looks up and to the right isn't lying, or vice versa, whatever it is. That's what he's looking for. Eye contact. These are all things which he is looking for. And so, a lot of times it will be, they're not really working together. They're just like two people who happen to work together. They're not exactly, you know, yeah, they're a team, but they're not working in the same lanes. Like one guy is going after one thing with one guy, Agent Kelso, literally has a checklist of all the different things that he wants, like topics he wants to cover. And I guess it's on my file. And so when he references this file, he pulls out uh like a sort of like he had jotted down just notes, not necessarily anything printed out, which I was like, come on, you can't even like print out a piece of paper with my name on it. But that's what he does. And it's just his notes on me. And I'm just like, wow, I don't even get like a picture. Because I could like see what he was doing. We were right next to each other. And so he does that about halfway through the interview. But Mike Teeterton, Special Agent Mike Teeterton, had no notes. I believe he had a chrome watch. He was left-handed, or that's what I assumed, because his watch was on his right hand. What is it? Yeah. Agent Kelso did not wear a watch. Agent, Special Agent Mike Teeterton wore fancy dark beige pants. I think Kelso had like a, let's see, Agent Kelso had like less formal attire, and Mike Teeterton had more formal attire. The exacts of it, I mean, who cares? that clothes on. But Mike Teeterton was very focused on me and understanding what was up with me. Whereas Agent Kelso, I was just kind of words on a page. Not to be mean to him, but, you know, Mike Teeterton was just like over here, just very focused, just not even blinking. I, I was watching, I was waiting. He was just, even when he asked a question, he did not blink at me. He was just like, just emotionless and very calm, too calm. Not like he's on drugs, but like just like this is his favorite thing to do is pick on a 23-year-old when he appeared to be between 46 and 51. We'll be respectful, but probably like 51 or 52. Agent Kelso appeared to be 35, 37 at the most. Maybe 33. Agent Kelso had just gotten a short haircut. Likely he did uh, his own. Was he bald or had a very short haircut? Don't remember. But yeah. And he had, like, he was a big guy. Looked like a football lineman. You know. That's kind of how he was dressed too. Like, looked like he just walked out of a high school. No offense to him. But Mike had more style than him. I thought it was funny that there were more people in the little square, like the entrance area. There's more like security. Like, I remember, I think there was, if I'm remembering correctly, one black guy at the very left end of his little area. And then there was sort of like a little conveyor belt. And so it was just like a little belt. And it was just like the TSA, but they were all on their side of the bulletproof glass. And it wasn't like thick glass, but it was, I would assume it's bulletproof, I guess, but it didn't look thick. It looked like really fancy, thin bulletproof glass. It's like, what? But it was just like a square, very small room. I was really nervous, so the whole time I was just kind of looking at my phone because I didn't know what was going to happen before I talked to anyone except the people at the front. And then the people in the back, the people, like the security guard when I was leaving, was really looking like he wanted to tow my car because he was like, oh, this guy pulled up in a 2009 Pontiac, not Grand Prix, Pontiac Vibe GT. Pulls up and he has just